Welcome to St. Martin. Hi, I'm Nick Maley. People call me the Yoda guy because of pictures of me assembling the radio-controlled version of Yoda, but I was actually part of a team of people who built Yoda, the Wampa, the Tauntaun, the Minot, the Ugnaughts, and Chewbacca too. You can see some of us up here standing with the creatures from Mos Eisley. Now here in St. Martin we have a non-profit foundation trying to encourage kids to follow their dreams and be all they can be, and associated with that is a museum that TripAdvisor describes as the #1 thing to do in Phillipsburg if you come to the island. Inside the museum we've got Darth Vader and the Emperor and Angelina Jolie and Michael Jackson, the faces of a lot of movie stars that we had to cast in order to do different effects for different movies. So if I'm going to cut Sean Connery's head off for Highlander, well, I have to start by casting his face, and that ends up in the museum with Humphrey Bogart, Bela Lugosi, and a lot more. What we try to do in the museum is tell you things that people don't know about the making of these movies. So until recently, people only knew about, for example, when talking about the puppeteers for Yoda, they only knew about Frank Oz because the other guys didn't get proper credits in the movies. So in the museum we tell you some of the technical backgrounds about making live casts, about who the puppeteers were, inside stories about bloopers in the middle of the cantina, and other things from other movies. Yeah, I was involved in 53 movies, Superman and Highlander, and some other movies that I helped other people with, like The Shining. As a creature effects designer, I did some classic horror movies like Life Force, and we have things inside. Some of the animatronics, the original animatronics from Life Force are in the museum. So's the head of Picard. I like the Caribbean. I came to a conclusion one day that I'd made 53 movies and 54 didn't make a difference. So if I was going to spend my time sitting somewhere, either writing a book or trying to do other new projects, why not be drinking pina coladas in the Caribbean? There were really only 3 places that I could honestly think would be able to support a museum in the off-season. One was Puerto Rico, one was St. Thomas, and one is St. Martin. It's very diverse with all the French restaurants and the other things. It's a great place to come and stay because there is a lot to do. You can go sailing on America's Cup boats and all kinds of things that you can't do in other places. Basically, when we're talking about giving people advice, you know, everything is subjective. There are things in life that we take for granted, things that we think of as normal. Basically our attitudes, the things that we think of and the way that we think of things actually challenge us, are an obstacle to stop us from being extraordinary. Because people are always saying, oh yeah, but you don't want to do that, it'll be difficult. You know, they're encouraging you, discouraging you really from being all that you could be. When I was a kid, people explained to me that I was an idiot and I was going to work in a factory, and if I believed that, I wouldn't have made 53 movies or painted 400 paintings. The issue is you have to have an impossible dream, and even though it's impossible, you have to pursue it anyway, and you have to have the faith to see that through. Even when all the odds are against you, the reason that people fail is because they give up, not because it isn't possible. The bottom line is believe in yourself, work hard, just to prove that all those other people were wrong.